He can hurt you inside or drop it in from range. Jaren Jackson will be looking to do it all for his team as they await tip-off at Staples Center. Grizzlies, Clippers, our tip-off just moments away. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And here's a look at some numbers for Paul George.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. Well, last season, Paul George had a homecoming. He said, as a kid, I pictured playing in L.A., my parents being able to watch me at Staples. I'm not playing for the Clippers. This is home. I'm playing for the home team. It doesn't get any better than that. And Kevin, his family is backing him up. They show up to every game here.
Wow, what a story. David, thank you. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. They've got Adams. Clark is out there with Jackson. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the power forward. Now here's Leonard, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college, but boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Morant, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now here's Rondo. Shoots over Morant. Rondo, no good. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against the Kings.
And I credit the shot selection in that one. It's hard to stay patient, but you see the reward.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. And here is Los Angeles now. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was played in Memphis.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
An extraordinary improvement over the course of his career by Kawhi Leonard. He has now turned himself into one of the game's best, if not the best, two-way player.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Oh, he earned some serious style points on that layup.
Here's Leonard. With his average of more than 32 points a game, he's giving opponents nightmares with his firepower. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Zubac's the pass to Morris. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Rondo against Morant. Inside, here's Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 6. Rondo bounce pass. Here's Zubac, and Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Clark against Leonard. Paul George with the steal. And Leonard has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 6 points.
Kawhi Leonard very comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. This guy is so good even without a dribble.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And they pick up 2.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Morant passes to Jackson. Back to Morant. Clark with a wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. A miss that time would have put him up.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the middle. That shot off the mark. Adams, some nice D. The shot by George, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And it's Rondo penetrating. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. And Adams sends it back. Offensive rebound.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
And then Clark slams it in.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at New Orleans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And, you know, right now, the Grizzlies, they win one, they lose one. They think they're going in the right direction, then they seem to take a step back. It's been a season of inconsistencies so far.
Here's Bledsoe, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
Incredible foot speed. There are not many guys that can keep up with Eric Bledsoe in transition.
Now Rondo, and he also played really well in that win against the Pistons. Pass to Leonard. Back to Rondo. George looking over the floor. Over in the corner, Zubac. That one's off, still out of sync.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break, and Morris throws it down.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7.
And becoming more of a playmaker. Doris, I think that's where Adams made the most in terms of improvement last season.
The numbers would back that up, Greg, because he practically doubled his assist rate. The Thunder actually ran their offense through him a little bit more often, and the team shared the ball more as a whole. For Brad Stevens, he said OKC was one of his favorite teams to watch last season, and there were many people who felt the same way.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he makes the first. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Jackson, knocks it loose. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop. Finished off the break.
That is a bad man. 6'11", 270 pounds. Good luck.
Here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Clippers trail by 9. Left side, Leonard. It's over Winslow. It's hauled in by Adams.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
The Grizzlies have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. Memphis also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Adams. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Morant. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
Well, any play that ends with DeMarcus at the cup or in the paint is good offense.
Here's Brooks. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Cousins with the ball. And it's Beverly missing. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 13-point lead. Outside, Jones. This is to Winslow. And the rejection by Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins proving you don't have to be a high flyer to block shots. That's about positioning and timing.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Jackson kicks to Cousins. Jackson knocks it loose.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Ibaka. They grab their own miss. Here's Kennard. And the rejection by Jackson. Anderson finds Brooks. Back to Anderson. Clock at 6. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Clippers trail by 15.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Kennard. Over Jones. And again, it's the Clippers missing. 3-on-3. And the rejection by Cousins. And they'll keep possession. Brooks with no one around. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Here's Jackson. The teardrop falls in.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Passes it to Jackson. The pass to Jones. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Brooks for 3. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Cousins. Clippers trail by 15. Kennard for three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low, Winslow goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
1:09 left to play in the first quarter. Jones against Jackson. That's a 2 from Kennard. He doesn't hit that one. And Memphis the other way now.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Brooks misses.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And the basket by Jackson.
And you don't have to tell Jackson to take that kind of shot. He's going to every time.
Jackson looking around. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Winslow, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That's good from Winslow. DeAnthony Melton. He's checked in for Tyus Jones. So he gets them both. And here's Beverly. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Detroit. Out to Ibaka. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Anderson. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. Here's Winslow. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. With 1 on the clock. That shot misses. And so it's Memphis. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We come back right after this. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win, and there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together, we move the ball, we make sacrifices, and we enjoy getting stops.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Grizzlies have been rolling right along, haven't they?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, Anderson and Jackson inside. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Justice Winslow, and it's Melton in at the 1. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. 19-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys, they're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Clippers trail by 16. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Now, John Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has "beneath no one" tattooed on his arm. And he says, "My dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment. And guys, his time is now."
Sure is, DA. Thank you. To the left wing. He's off on that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Anderson. Count that bucket. Anderson's got his second basket.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
George against Brooks. Outside, George. Stolen by Anderson. George with the defensive effort.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Jumps up, and Ibaka slams it in.
And how about Ibaka getting off the floor for that dunk? What a great finish.
Melton passes to Brooks. He dishes it to Jackson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Jackson deciding where to go with it.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Here's Clark. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Jackson with it. He has 6. Outside, George. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Los Angeles shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Jackson. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's John Morant in for DeAnthony Melton.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
They throw good, Paul George.
Well, I don't know that when he was selected 10th overall back in 2010, that the casual fan understood that Paul George would become one of the most effective two-way players in the NBA, but he's done just that.
Bledsoe kicks to Clark. Yep, it counts. Clark's got 6 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's George, and Adams sends it back.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Bledsoe passes to Anderson. Offline with his 3. Clippers trail by 19. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Memphis has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And it's Clark with the jam.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, here's Zubac. 8 points his last outing. Here's George. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Cousins. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, nice finish. DeMarcus has the ability to absorb contact and still make the play.
Clark outside. Morant with a wide open look. They get it back. And Adams with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
George with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Paul George. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Wow. To the inside. Here's Clark. Here's Adams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, we all know Steven Adams is one of the most physical guys in the NBA. He is so solid at using his body to pick up fouls.
The Grizzlies have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. They throw good, Adams.
You know, sometimes we bemoan the lack of physicality in the league these days. That is not something that applies to Mr. Steven Adams.
And so Adams nails both of them. Here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks it to Leonard. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Clark.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Rondo dishes to Cousins. Outside Leonard over Anderson. And it's Leonard missing.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. Zubac, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Morant. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Sacramento. From 15 feet away, Anderson can't get it to go.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Back to Clark. Shoots over Cousins. No good from Clark.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Wasted no time on that one. Leonard's got 9.
I don't think there's anything Leonard can't do on the basketball court. He can score inside, the mid-range, long range. He'll hurt you from absolutely anywhere.
Morant passes to Anderson and finished off by Anderson.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a face.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's George. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams is...
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And here's Leonard. He's got 9. Outside, George. There's the dish to Cousins. Over Clark, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Los Angeles, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Rajon Rondo. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jones comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Cousins. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Cousins. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Pass to Clark. Now here's Morant for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Clippers trail by 19. Leonard looking over the floor. Shoots over Winslow, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Up top, Morant. He's guarded by Cousins. Clark. It's hauled in by Zubac. It's his first trip to the line. The free throw drops for Zubac. Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Memphis leading by 16. Winslow, the pass to Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, easy call.
The Grizzlies have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The first free throw is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Jackson hits both of them. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 18. Back to Kennard. Nobody near Leonard. A three-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Winslow's shot is off.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good.
Boy, Patrick Beverley, what a pleasure this guy is to watch. The level of competitiveness, the commitment to the defensive end. Man, he can raise the team.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Ibaka comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in for DeMarcus Cousins. Good on the second free throw. Memphis leading by 17. To the paint. Here's Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Both free throws good from Morant. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Leonard against Morant to the middle. Here's Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Jackson's got 11 points.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
There's 1:47 left in the first half. Beverley against Jones. Poked away. It's stolen by Jones. And finished off by Morant.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Beverley against Jones. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here we go. Fast break. Beverley's got it. And there's Jackson on the assist by Beverley. He's got 10.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Pass to Adams. He kicks it to Morant. And they double up Morant. Back to Adams. Beyond the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Down low. Here's Kennard. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley making it easy for his teammate to score.
And the Grizzlies leading by 17. 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Jackson kicks to Morant. No good from outside. The Clippers shooting in the second quarter 46%. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Morant with it. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. Jones, that's for 2.
Well, what a stop by Patrick Beverley. One of the most aggressive, intense defenders in the league, regardless of size.
What a performance for Brandon Clark. He has been the story for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. DeMarcus, you guys have had chances, but you haven't taken advantage of those chances. What do you say to the team?
That's something I've been preaching on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities, and we got to do something with it. So hopefully we can keep them missing shots and we can get something out of it.
We'll see what happens in the second half. Thanks, DeMarcus. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Brandon Clark playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Proving how dominant he can be. When Morant is shooting with confidence, it really allows him to take over.
Rondo kicks to Zubac. Morris right side. Over Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaren Jackson. The Clippers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Free throw good for Morris.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch four.
Both good from the line that time. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Passes it to Bledsoe. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, Bledsoe with the kind of strength and wingspan that can cause trouble inside. Draws the foul there.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Shoot 2.
The first one falls.
One thing we never questioned was the talent of Eric Bledsoe. What you love about what he has done now, he's shooting the ball better. He's become a more efficient player.
Bledsoe hits them both. Now here's Rondo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Morris. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Clark, the pass to Jackson. Over Morris. Jackson with the basket on the assist by Clark. 13 points for Jaren Jackson.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Leonard. And the rejection by Jackson. The three from Morant makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And the pass to Zubac. Kicks to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Bledsoe against George. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to get back on track here. It's hauled in by Adams.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. Here's George. He's got 7.
One for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. In the corner, George with it. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
To the inside. Here's Jackson. Second shot opportunity. Clark kicks to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Leonard, no luck. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Inside. And the basket by Jackson.
Timeout.
Jackson's got 15 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, and his shot selection iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Bledsoe. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 16 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here is Los Angeles now. Now Leonard. He's got 14. Stolen by Bledsoe. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Leonard. And Los Angeles guys shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. And he recovers it.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Anderson's shot is off. On offense, here are the Clippers. Here's Rondo. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Rondo's got his first points in this one.
How about the energy? Just relentless here. Rondo excellent at just gliding down the floor and finishing in style.
Bledsoe outside. And it's Clark in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Melton. Over Rondo. The Grizzlies with another miss. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Leonard against Clark. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Leonard's got 16 points.
We've learned that this guy is capable of connecting from absolutely anywhere. Kawhi, simply stated, one of the best offensive players in the league.
They double-team Bledsoe. Paul George with the steal. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Beverley. He's covered closely. One-on-one here. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Beverley wide open. And that one goes long.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Cousins lays it up and in off the pretty assist. He's got 11.
And just the rugged nature of Cousins getting into the body there offensively.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Memphis also making some changes. Winslow's checked in for Anderson, and Brooks subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Winslow against Morris. Winslow, the pass to Adams. Clark dishes to Brooks. It's deflected.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. No good on the free throw.
Well, you think back to DeMarcus Cousins' career. Because of his skill set on the low block, he has spent a lot of time at the foul line.
And the second free throw, good. And the Grizzlies leading by 22. There's Winslow. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. No good from Clark. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Memphis, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half, up to this point, going 7 of 14. Brooks, the pass to Clark. Back to Brooks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And both free throws good for Brooks. The Clippers really having a tough go here. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now, so solid numbers in that department.
He hits the second from the line. And the Grizzlies leading by 23. Here's Melton. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Clark, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Clark.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Luke Kennard. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here is Los Angeles now. Rondo looking around. And here is Morris. He's got 8. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Morris has got 10.
Well, just so good at taking advantage of the mid-range. Marcus Morris feels comfortable in that area.
Melton passes to Adams. Dishes to Brooks. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ibaka outside. A three-pointer off the mark. And Clark has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. That's tipped. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Winslow. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Clark kicks to Adams. He dishes it to Brooks. No good there. Nice D from Cousins.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. First one falls for him. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Brooks with it. 7 points in the game. He kicks to Adams. Morris against Winslow. Shot clock at 6. Here's Melton. Back to Winslow. Good work defensively by Morris. Here now the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Cousins. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Cousins has got 16.
Well, guys, we know that DeMarcus Cousins can put up huge numbers. He's having one of those nights.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here. And not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Some changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Adams. Ja Morant comes in for Clark. And Jones subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Buries it down low. And that's now 17 points for Jaren Jackson. Here's Rondo. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Over to the left wing. And Ibaka slams it in.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. To the middle, here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
Clippers trail by 19. Beverly looking around. Pass to Cousins. Morris right side. Again, Los Angeles.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
And for Memphis, they're shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Morant with it. He's picked up by Cousins. And the dunk by Jackson.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
1:37 left to play in the third. Now here's Beverly, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And Ibaka kicks to Cousins. And Ibaka slams it in.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Beverly against Jones. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Beverly against Jones. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in, and the shot goes down. Jones has got his first points of the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Ibaka against Winslow. Passes it to Cousins. And the three off target.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Morant against Rondo. The pass to Cousins with 4 seconds on the clock, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boogie Cousins understands how to catch defenders out of position and get to the free throw line. Nicely done.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. And Cousins drops them both. Morant, that's for two. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got Morant, Justice Winslow out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Jaren Jackson, and it's Jones in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm. Boy, they wasted no time getting the ball up the court. Great decision to push it and make the sharp pass to the rim.
Clippers trail by 21. Outside Rondo, and it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Doris, you and I know the quality of play in the NBA bubble was terrific, and some people have said a lack of travel a possible reason why. The league, we think, looking at ways to reduce travel moving forward.
Exactly, Kevin. And one option on the table is the, quote, series model. You see it in baseball, where you play consecutive games against a single opponent. So what about the states with multiple teams, New York or California? Can you play all of those teams in one trip? This not only preserves players, but it also cuts travel expenses, something the league is looking hard at.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And the Clippers miss again. And the Grizzlies leading by 23. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. He gets it in there.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And they double up Morant. Winslow lays it up and banks it in. And it's 6 points for Justice Winslow.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Here is Rondo. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Jones. Here's Rondo. Kept alive. And that one's good. Cousins. Cousins has got 11 points here in just the second half.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
And the Grizzlies leading by 21. At the elbow, it's Jackson. And they double up Jackson. Winslow wide open. He fires. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Rondo kicks to Cousins, and it's good off the back rim and in. Cousins has got 22 points.
Well, you don't see him work the catch-and-shoot game often, but DeMarcus Cousins proving capable right there.
Bledsoe against George. Bledsoe passes to Adams. Poke loose. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. On up the court. And that one drops for him. Rondo's got 4 points in the quarter.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Morant finds Winslow. Morant looking around. Back to Winslow. Morant outside. 5 to shoot. The 19-foot shot. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And the Clippers call time here. You know, Doris, I've heard some experts say, you look at the 6-foul limit, the NBA is basically the only sports league that takes stars off the floor. Doris, what would you think if they just tacked on an extra free throw instead?
Kevin, I absolutely hate the idea. The best defensive teams at any level of basketball guard at a high level without fouling. There's the drama aspect of a player being in foul trouble, either at the start of the game or down the stretch. It has an impact on strategy. It's something that I'm a traditionalist on. I think the 6-foul rule should remain in the game.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Winslow.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Pass to Zubac. Over Adams.
Well, Steven Adams will make you think twice if you're coming near the cup. He will send it back.
Morant drives in. Clark for 3, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Jackson misses. Grizzlies have gotten it done so far from the field here in the 4th, going 6 for 7. Shots good by Bledsoe.
Boy, it doesn't get more decisive than Bledsoe right there on that drive. The ball handling skills to take him anywhere he wants to go.
Here's Jackson. They get it again.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And slam dunk by Clark.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Oturu, the pass to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. To halt the run. And that one hits back iron. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. 2 points. That one goes.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. The drive by Jackson. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Morant, the bounce pass. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
1 shot.
A free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view, but still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate.
Outside Jackson. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Adams. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Eric Bledsoe has length, he's got explosiveness, and he's got a knack for scoring.
Now Kennard. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Fires from deep. Unable to get that one. And it's Memphis the other way. Bledsoe passes to Morant. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 6 assists in the game. Clippers shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Passes it to Oturu. Back to Jackson. Now the pass to Kennard. Clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Los Angeles with another miss. And for Memphis, their shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Kennard against Bledsoe to stop the run. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Kennard. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Melton. Kicks it to Anderson. Pass to Porter. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Porter's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here's Jackson. To the paint. Here's Oturu. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Allen outside. Porter finds Anderson. Here's Melton. Off target from three-point range. The Clippers shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Here's Jackson. Porter pulls it in.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Over in the corner, Allen. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Kennard. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Melton. It's Allen on the wing. But they'll get another chance. Porter passes to Conchar. Over Jackson. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Clippers shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Here's Porter. Sinks that one from the post.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Jackson with it. Pass to Oturu. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Allen against Kennard. He's off on that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Anderson dishes to Allen. Passes to Melton. Here's Conchar. That three off the mark. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Batum's running. Kennard's shot is off. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Kennard against Allen. The pass to Conchar. Takes the three. They get the rebound. He shoots again. The layup good by Porter.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Grizzlies.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jaren Jackson.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Memphis making a change here. Jones is checked in. And both free throws good for Anderson. Here's Los Angeles now. Pass to Oturu. Back to Jackson. There's 25 seconds left in the game. Oturu's shot is off. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. Jones, no luck. Kennard against Jones. Now, here's Kennard. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.